People's minds are melting down. And I'm going to show you some proof of what's happening to people out there as a result of everything that's gone on in the world in the last 2 years. And this is a teacher, okay? This teacher should know better, should be smart enough to understand what's really happening in the world. Yet we find ourselves in this situation. You have to watch this to believe it. So stay with me and do not miss the end of this. Trust me on it. Here we go.
Slash newsletters.
It is a story first broke today on clicktohouston.com. A Sci-Fair ISD teacher charged with child endangerment. She's accused of putting her teenage son inside of the trunk of her car. Police say Sarah Beam pulled up to a COVID-19 testing site at Pridgeon Stadium in the Cypress area when officers heard something in the back. When they opened the trunk, a 13-year-old boy was inside. Investigators say Beam told them that he had tested positive for COVID and needed to be quarantined as a result.
This is a teacher. This is a grown ass adult. And this woman put her 13-year-old child in the trunk of her car because she thought he had to be isolated. I don't know. I've heard isolate on the news. I've heard all this stuff. Can you imagine being a mom and putting your kid in the trunk of your car? Because of all the TV coverage you've seen about this stuff, people's minds are melting.
At Pridgeon Stadium in the Cypress area when officers heard something in the back. When they opened the trunk, a 13-year-old boy was inside.
Good God.
Investigators say Beam told them that he had tested positive for COVID and needed to be quarantined as a result. The Sci-Fair School District says Beam has been a teacher with the district since 2011 and is now on administration.
This is a woman who's on administrative leave right now. She's been a teacher for years, almost a decade, I think they said. She's a grown-ass woman. I mean, you can see her right here. This is her. This is the mom. She put her kid in the trunk of her car because she didn't understand what would endanger the kid more or endanger her more, whether it would be to be in the same vehicle with this child that tested positive or to put that child in the damn trunk of her car. Wow, it's all right there on display. I mean, it's so very clear to me how many people's brains have turned into mush. If you can't even cognitively balance the difference between being in a vehicle with your child, whether positive or not, and putting the child in the trunk of your car, which is going to lead to you going to jail for child endangerment. And you're not a lunatic. You're not somebody who belongs, at least I don't think so, in a mental asylum. You're a teacher who's been holding down a job for almost a decade. What the hell has happened out there? Tell me what you think. That's an amazing one for me. And I'm going to sit here and try to gather myself, if you don't mind, for a while. You do that too. And then you give me your comments down below. What causes this? Do you think that this woman is just crazy out of her mind? Or do you think this is just a result of 2 years of just hearing all sorts of information that sent people sideways? Unbelievable. Facebook.com/The News Junkie. Hit follow. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. Hit subscribe. I appreciate you watching. I look forward to your comments. We'll talk to you again real soon.